Hello and welcome to day 3 of our Advent calendar of poems and stories from Santa's Story Shed. I'd like to say I'm a little bit sorry because I'm afraid that I'm going to be busy for a few weeks now, making toys and presents for everybody. So I'll be handing over the storytelling duties to my friend David, who you probably won't notice much difference between his voice and mine. So it shouldn't be too bad. I'll leave him with the suit, so it's still a Santa production. But in the meantime, I'd like to read you a poem by A. Milne, the creator of Winnie the Pooh. And this poem is called King John's Christmas. So sit back, relax, and hopefully enjoy the poem I'm about to read you. King John was not a good man. He had his little ways, and sometimes no one spoke to him for days and days and days. And men who came across him when walking in the town gave him a supercilious stare or passed with noses in the air. And bad King John just stood dumbly there, blushing beneath his crown. King John was not a good man, and no good friends had he. He stayed in every afternoon, but no one came to tea. And round about December, the cards upon his shelf, which wished him lots of Christmas cheer and fortune in the coming year, were never from his near and dear, but only from himself. King John was not a good man, yet had his hopes and fears. They'd given him no present now for years and years and years. But every year at Christmas, while minstrels stood about, collecting tribute from the young for all the songs they might have sung, he stole away upstairs and hung a hopeful stocking out. King John was not a good man. He lived his life aloof. Alone he thought a message out while climbing up the roof. He wrote it down and propped it against the chimney stack. To all and sundry near and far, Father Christmas in particular, and Silent not Johannes R., but very humbly Jack. I want some crackers and I want some candy. I think a box of chocolates would come in handy. I don't mind oranges. I do like nuts. And I should like a pocket knife that really, really cuts. And oh, Father Christmas, if you love me at all, bring me a big red India rubber ball. King John was not a good man. He wrote this message out and got him to his room again, descending by the spout. And all that night he lay there, a prey to hopes and fears. I think that he's a-coming now. Anxiety bedewed his brow. He'll bring one present anyhow, the first I had for years. Forget about the crackers and forget the candy. I'm sure a box of chocolates would never come in handy. I don't like oranges. I don't want nuts. And I have got a pocket knife that almost cuts. But oh, Father Christmas, if you love me at all, bring me a big red India rubber ball. King John was not a good man. Next morning when the sun rose up to tell a waiting world that Christmas had begun, and people seized their stockings and opened them with glee, and crackers, toys and games appeared, and lips with sticky sweets were smeared, King John said grimly, as I feared, nothing again for me. I did want crackers, and I did want candy. I know a box of chocolates would come in handy. I do love oranges. I did want nuts. I haven't got a pocket knife, not one that really cuts. And oh, if Father Christmas had loved me at all, he would have bought a big red India rubber ball. King John stood by the window and frowned to see below the happy band of boys and girls all playing in the snow. A while he stood there watching and envying them all, when through the window, big and red, there hurtled by his royal head and bounced and fell upon the bed an India rubber ball. And oh, Father Christmas, my blessings on you fall for bringing him a big red India rubber ball. And that's King John's Christmas by A. A. Milne. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let us know if there are any Christmas stories or poems you'd like to hear by writing to the Storyshed blog at gmail.com. That's the Storyshed blog at gmail.com. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and drop us a line. As I say, I'll be handing over to my friend David. So hopefully that'll be okay, and hopefully you'll still enjoy the stories and the poems. But for the time being, bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Bye.